Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Mass. Here we got Dem Boys on Food Chain versus Team Snow running Maverick. This is the Team Trio Open. Pioneer, Modern, Legacy. Some of our most exciting events. We came up with this idea in December and moved on to be our most successful tournament series by quite a bit. I can't wait to get these going again when we are past this pandemic that we are in the middle of right now, going back and doing commentary for a backlog of tournaments. Thoughtseize grabbing, I believe, a Mist Hologriffin. Snow-covered island into a ponder. Food Chain. A very interesting kind of mid-rangey combo deck. It can win on the spot, but can also do some really difficult to contend with things once it has Food Chain in play. Swing with a whole team of Mist Hologriffins each turn. Block, sacrifice to prevent life gain from things like Gristlebrand or Batterskull. Of course, post-combat, you can sacrifice your creatures and then replay them, so they basically have vigilance as well. So, yeah, Food Chain, absolutely the key card here. We'll see if Dem Boys manages to land that card, and if so, what type of impact does it make? We've got a Vampire Hexmage, and I'm not sure Maverick is going to be correct on this header. This is looking an awful lot like Turbo Depth so far. We've got another Thoughtseize. This one's responded to with a Brainstorm, classic response to a discard spell. Going to be able to hide the best card on top of the library, possibly two of the best cards. Of course, the downside there is Brainstorm not being utilized to its fullest. Well, that's not totally fair. One of the best ways to use Brainstorm is to shuffle away the worst cards in your hand. Here, depending on the power level, I mean, we'll just see how this goes. Interesting. So he's got Spell Pierce, so I wouldn't have been surprised to see. And now Crop Rotation, and this is very bad. Probably going to see a shuffle. As Crop Rotation's grabbing a Dark Depths, that's going to combo with this Vampire Hexmage to make a 20/20. Dem Boy's going to need a like Baleful Strix or something, or perhaps the Icefang Coatl. I'm guessing it's an Icefang based off of these snow lands. He's going to need it off the top. I mean, he's pretty close to where he needs to be. He's got the Food Chain, he's got the Manipulate Fate. Given enough time, he would be totally all set, but he certainly does not have the time, and he doesn't have the answer, so we're on to game number 2. Team Snow taking that one down quickly. They are not on Maverick, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely Turbo Depths. Mox Diamond, a card that's found its way into those builds. Now, Turbo Depths hasn't been seeing as much play since Elvish Reclaimer got printed. It was really interesting. Elvish Reclaimer came out. Tons of people were playing Depths. People were throwing in Reclaimer with a single Thespian stage and a Dark Depths and things like Delver. I mean, it was all over the place. And Turbo Depths kind of slowed down just a step to have the Elvish Reclaimer in there. And, you know, I'm not actually sure how good it is. It's kind of interesting. It feels like Turbo Depths might just be a really fast deck with a bunch of disruption and kind of a difficult to stop kill, mostly because you could have a fistful of counters and just lose. Other combo decks, if you open up your hand and you've got like a land, a ponder, and like 4 Force of Wills, like you're fine. You're just like, oh, I'll keep this all day long. And just make sure that I don't die. Well, you can't stop yourself from getting KO'd by a Merit Lage when they're just going to play Thespian Stage, Dark Depths, Urborg, or just a couple of lands and just KO you. So I think it might have somehow set it back. We'll see. I mean, we'll take a look at what the meta is, as the game continues to progress. But Turbo Depths was a very popular choice, and it looked like a lot of Elvish Reclaimer kind of answered a lot of the problems that it was perceived to have. But it might have done so at the expense of kind of slowing it down, and it may just not be worth it. So we'll see. We will see as this unfolds. I mean, for sure, Elvish Reclaimer is an incredibly good card and has a home in several decks. But whether or not it's going to end up being what people were hoping for in Turbo Depths, it may just be the case that it slowed it down enough that it wasn't actually doing what it needed to do. If you're a turn or two slower than you were before, just to get a little bit more resilient, I mean, that may not actually be what you want to be doing with your combo deck. At that point, you may want to be playing something more mid-rangey or even a control strategy. But enough about that. See a crop rotation, Urborg, Hexmage. Looks like it's pretty close, but not good enough. They're going to be mulling. I'm going to go ahead and skip over that. I'm not going to go on another old man rant about new printings like Reclaimer. Let's just hop right to the actual hands. All right. Mulligans have resolved, and leading out with Prismatic Vista. Thoughtseize. For a basic forest, will we see a Veil of Summer? And that is exactly what it is, Veil of Summer. Now, I don't know if Team Snow is going to have any Wastelands on their side. So we'll see if these basic lands end up being a benefit. The first one had to be a basic because of Prismatic Vista, but this Misty Rainforest could have grabbed a dual land. I don't know what this card is. Looking at the top 5. It looks like a creature that's coming into play tapped. Huh. Well, they got me on one. Let me know in the comments what that is. It's like some type of hideaway card. Let's see if I can actually find that as this is going on, but Ponder. That's responded to with a crop rotation. We've got a Force of Will pitching that blue card. And having your crop rotation countered is a devastating situation as you lose the land. That is part of the casting costs. Yeah, no, it is a hideaway card called Watcher of Tomorrow from Modern Horizons. I have not seen that one yet. Dark Confidant on the other side, another 2-1. And the hideaway condition is when it leaves the battlefield, then you put the exiled card into hand. Swinging, getting in 2 damage. And that Now have a Walking Ballista. That clears the Dark Confidant. Not interesting in Team Snow getting back any type of card advantage. Now Ice Fang Coatl, potentially a helpful card in buying time. We've got a Plague Engineer, and it's not killing the Walker. I don't know what he was going to be naming with the Plague Engineer. It doesn't actually seem very good in this matchup. Manipulate Fate. Going to grab the Eternal Scourge plus a couple of Mist Hologriffins and draw a card, setting up the necessary condition for victory should Food Chain arrive. At any point here, if Demboys lands a Food Chain, they will be able to Goldfish unless Team Snow has any type of responses. And there is actually Wasteland in this Turbo Depths build. It's actually a very good answer to opposing Wastelands, to be fair. Vampire Hexmage. And there's a Euro. We got some triggers. Gaining some life, drawing a card, making a land drop, dying a temporary death. Euro's going to be able to come back and just keep coming back. I mean, even if he takes out this Plague Engineer, he can just be recast. Hexmage not really going to clock Euro. And there he is. Euro got a little bit of additional synergy in being able to exile stray Mist Hologriffins that make their way into the graveyard. And he'll just be able to come right back the next turn. Right? Oh, does he only have 3 cards in the graveyard? That fetch land can provide a 4th, so it's actually down a card from being able to bring back Euro. He's a card shy here. I mean, I feel like letting that Walker the Ways go would be totally fine. Get Euro out a turn earlier. Not sure how much value that card's providing. As it is, it may just be a kill card underneath it, and he may be very protective of it. Abrupt Decay handled Euro the last time. How will Team Snow deal with it? This time around. And he's just going to pass. Brainstorm. I don't love this Brainstorm before attacking with Euro. Let's see how this plays out, but it seems like fundamentals, you're going to want to draw your card first. I guess he can shuffle now, which is fine, as long as he's not drawing a card that he's already seen. Veil of Summer being thrown out there. just to draw a card. Not sure what the holdup is here. There's maybe some type of judge call. Got a brainstorm in response to the Veil of Summer. Drawing back those same cards. A crop rotation. Oh, and didn't end up swinging with Euro. They have a Force of Will on Elvish Reclaimer. And I believe he's already got the Dark Depths in hand. This glare, I believe we did end up addressing. Got some new window treatments for the store. Experimenting with some different looks. Be continuing to do that throughout this month-long shutdown. And a crop rotation. Got to sacrifice a land. He's actually going to sacrifice his wasteland. Grabbing a Dark Depths. I thought he had a Dark Depths in hand. I may have seen that wrong. Crop rotation, a great card. Once you already have your Merit Lages, it can go get a... what is it? Kabira something. It's a little white land that protects your Merit Lage. Oh, it's a Jiri Step. That's what it is. Manipulate Fate. Continues to dig. And he is going to need to start casting some Mist Hologriffins to get in the way. Looks like he's just thinning the deck there. Brainstorm. I think he's off of the blue mana to cast Mist Hologriffin here. But he's got the food chain. So we are not in chump blocking territory here. He's going to go to 3 mana. That card's going to go to his hand. And he should be fine here. He's going to be able to create infinite mana, be able to cast his Eternal Scourge. And a... what is that thing? Well, we've got the kill. I'm going to see if I can dig up what the heck the kill is. It's the Hydroid Crisis is the Hydroid Crassus. I'm not actually sure how to say that. Letting me know in the comments. Probably not going to work out too well. I'm not going to be able to hear you. Unless you do like a phonetic spelling, and I'll probably still get it wrong. Hydroid Crassus is going to draw a ton of cards out of his deck, and I'm not sure what that red card was. And let me know your guess in the comments. It might have been an Imperial Recruiter. Did he Imperial Recruiter for the Hydroid Crassus? Crassus? Crassus. It's a weird word. All right. Well, we're going on to game number 3 here. I've been entertained so far. Hopefully you have as well. I'm going to skip over the shuffling. Oh, and it looks like the opposing teams wrapped it up. So this is a team trio event. So the match was decided by the other 2 matches. So actually not going to see a conclusion to this one, but entertaining gameplay nonetheless. That is how team events go sometimes. Sometimes your teammates just have you covered, and the results of your match are not needed. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.